Once again, welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to talk about Cardano and how it will be performing. And what I wanted to show you right away is the Cardano compared to US dollar chart on the 4-hourly time frame and what we are seeing right over there. And what I'm looking at is, as I told you before, the Cardano on the 4-hourly time frame. But what I think is very important is that Cardano is right now finding support inside of this orange box drawn over here. And as I showed as well before during my previous videos, I think it's very important to look at the orange boxes, because when I draw an orange box, it means that it is a level of utmost significance, especially because we saw many touch points in a lower area inside of the orange box, and as well where Cardano found support on it, but we saw as well several touch points on the upper resistance area, and that is why I think this is a level of critical support and resistance. And right now we are looking at Cardano, and what we saw is that the previous 4-hourly candle closed just underneath this level of resistance at approximately $1.81. And right now the candle that just started 8 minutes ago, it started off as a negative candle, but this could be turning into a positive candle for sure, because it just started and we are looking at the 4-hourly candle. So I think personally that it could be possible that this candle will still be able to close above this level of current resistance at $1.81. And why I think this will be possible is something I would like to show you later. And as you could see, I already did draw a small triangle that we were seeing previously on the Cardano chart, and this descending triangle actually broke down towards the downside, and that's of course something that tends to happen when a descending triangle is created, and that's what we saw actually right after that. And I will be removing the horizontal line of support of the descending triangle and making this descending resistance line a little bit longer. And what you can see is that we are not only underneath this level of critical resistance at $1.81, but we're also trying to break above this downward sloping resistance line and finding support on top of it. And if Cardano does so, it would be very probable that after this V-shaped recovery, Cardano will be going above this downward sloping resistance, finding support on it, or finding support on this on top of the orange box at $1.81. And if Cardano does so, I think it is very likely to see a trend reversal being created, just for now in the short term. And I think this is personally very important. But what if Cardano is not able to break above this downward sloping resistance and is rejected and goes once again towards the downside? That's a scenario I wanted to show you for sure, and that is why I will be placing this Fibonacci level to show you where it could be possibly heading towards if Cardano is rejected and does not have enough strength to go above the descending resistance or above this level of resistance at $1.81. So if Cardano does not have enough strength, I personally think that we will be seeing a huge reaction toward the downside, and this downtrend will be once again proceeding on Cardano. And if it breaks all the way down, it will be very possible that we will be finding support and resistance over here, especially because that's the next area where we had previously seen Cardano trade in between, and I think that is very important for sure. And I personally think that the Fibonacci retracement right now for the current moment is right, that if Cardano once again is rejected and once it goes down, I personally think that it will go down until this level, and then Cardano will be trading at approximately, let's take a look, $1.09. And for sure that's not a good idea, but I wanted to show you and back up my theory why Cardano is going to break above this level of current resistance and finding support on top of the $1.81. I personally think that will be happening because if we take a look at the MACD, we are seeing right now already that a crossover is almost inevitable and will be happening in the short term. And once this crossover happens, we already saw that there is a lot of momentum towards the downside lost right now on Cardano, and it will be very probable, I personally think so, that we will be seeing a huge momentum towards the upside being created after this, especially because if you look at the MACD Right now there's a lot of momentum towards the downside, but still the chart is going up in this V-shaped recovery pattern. And once we see this crossover, I personally think we will see even more momentum towards the upside being created. And if this happens, we will for sure start a trend reversal on this current downtrend over here on Cardano, and we will see Cardano find support on top of the $1.81 and trade even further up, maybe even heading higher than the $1.81 and finding support on the $2 level, and that would be absolutely amazing. Why I think so, that's what I wanted to show you as well, is the Cardano compared to Bitcoin chart on the 4-hourly time frame. But before I give you even more information, I wanted to make sure that if you like this content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below on the description. And as well, if you would like to stay up to date about all crypto videos that I will be making in the upcoming weeks, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and even hit that bell notification. So that's just what I wanted to show you for this second. And what we are looking at right now is, as I said before, Cardano compared to Bitcoin chart. And what we are seeing over here is something completely different, and that's why I personally think that it's just incredible how good Cardano is performing even after this massive drop we saw during the previous weeks of approximately, let's take a quick look, just make a measurement of this drop, and it was a drop of approximately 19% compared to Bitcoin, of course, because on the US dollar chart it is an even bigger drop. I will just go back for 1 second to show you how big the drop was on the US dollar chart. We're looking at a drop of approximately 39% compared to the US dollar, so that's a huge price drop of Cardano. And right now this drop on the compared to Bitcoin chart is as well very significant, especially because if you take a look at Cardano, we are seeing Cardano once again finding support on top of this ascending support line where we had already seen Cardano touch multiple times, and right now it's trading just above this level. And I personally think that's very important, because this means that this is just a very healthy setback, and that we will see Cardano once again go even further up on the Bitcoin chart, and that will be also giving a boost to the price action of Cardano. And of course I will be placing a Fibonacci retracement level to just show you where we are at. I will be placing the beginning of my Fibonacci retracement on the 3rd of January at the beginning of this bull run. And what we are seeing is, if I place it correctly over there from swing low towards swing high, we are seeing that Cardano just had a minor correction towards the downside and found support right on top of the 0.236 Fibonacci level. And I think personally this is just incredible news, because with the Bitcoin drop that we were seeing lately, I personally thought that we would see Cardano go even further down and finding support on the 0.382 Fibonacci level, as well the golden pocket entry, and that would be as well a healthy setback for Cardano. But what we are seeing currently is just that Cardano is having a lot of strength temporarily, and that it will still go even further up during the upcoming weeks, especially if we take a look at this pattern. Of course, we do not have a second touch point on this upper area, but I am personally waiting for Cardano to create a ascending triangle just like this during the upcoming weeks. And if it has enough strength to break out of this horizontal level of resistance, right now this pattern is not a pattern that you have to take a look at, because we don't have enough touch points. But if we get enough touch points in between these two levels of support and resistance, I personally think that we will be seeing a huge breakout towards the upside, and that we will see Cardano continuing to go even further up. So that's just for now what I wanted to give you as an update on Cardano. And if you don't want to miss out on this possible trading opportunity, don't forget, down below in the description you will find the top 3 leverage trading exchanges, and right there you can select the link and make your personal account. And if you deposit enough money, you can earn up to $2,000 deposit bonus on Femex, and also up to $1,610 deposit bonus on Bybit. So that's very important, and if you do use the link down below, you will be supporting this channel as well. So once again, thank you very much for watching the video, and if you like, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and that's why I will be wishing you a pleasant day. Goodbye.